We'll just go a little bit here and just work on really just playing, like I said, that slap boxing, just touch, right? So first of all, we're just gonna start just shoulders to waist, okay? Just so we can avoid eye pokes and things like that, right? So you just like, hey, I got you, and then you get me, or something like that, right? And so it's just whatever you want to do, right? You're just playing tag, okay? So we're here, and good. Go ahead and touch. So this is perfect. This is good. So also work on your footwork, right? So as I come in, right, you work on your footwork, okay? Right. So you can block, right? You can block that. I'm giving you space to come forward, to press forward. So work on your footwork. Avoid crossing your feet right here, okay? This is where I want you to stop crossing your feet, okay? Good. All right, so come back to something. Good. Take your time. All right, so trap, right? Trap the arms. Okay, work on trapping the arms, trapping the hands. Right, this hands out. There you go. Good. Okay. So get rid of that. And we get that same position, right? Yeah, there you go. Get that out of there, okay? Good. Do multiple combinations, if you like. Good. And then just come forward. And you can touch with the fingers, you can touch with the palm, whatever part of the hand you want, okay? If you want it, you can touch with the back of the hand, that's fine too, okay? Good. Come forward. I want you to press forward more, okay? There you go. And then keep going. Once you attack, you try not to back straight up. Just attack and then just circle, okay? Good. And then circle. Good. Keep going, right? So you don't have to stop attacking, right? Good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Good, perfect. Strategy, what you want to do. Good, that's good, perfect. Right, so when you trap, this is coming here. You already know that, so you want to pin that, right? Okay. You already know that's going to happen. Or the circle. Okay. Good. Good. So now we'll press forward, right? Good. So ideally, I want you to press forward, or if you can't press forward, if you guys bigger you or stronger than you, I want you to go circling more. Right? If I'm coming forward, here, you circle. Good. You want to avoid me getting you to the wall or to the mirror. Okay? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to move you or make you move yourself to the wall. Okay?
I'm not even where I'm going.
Yeah, I know. You're going straight back. Okay? That's what I want you to do. But I don't want you to do that. Your opponent wants you to do that. Right? So circle, right? I'm trying to back you up into the wall of the mirror. Good. Still attack. Still hit. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Now I want you to do this from hands up position. Right? Somebody's in the hands using boxing. Okay? The hands stay up. Good. Same thing. Right? Good. See, when you go on, I'm going to go this way too. I'm going to follow you. Right? Yeah, get in that corner. Alright? There you go. Good. It's like playing, if you ever played like basketball, right? If you've got the ball and you're trying to go around me, I'm not trying to let you go around me, right? Same concept. Nice, good. Now you're back in the center. Perfect. Okay, keep the hands up though, because when you start going to the face, I need you to go to the fin ups. So now I'm gonna attack more. I want you to defend, counter, intercept, whatever you want to do, right? But just know that instead of just walking forward, I'm going to come in with an attack, okay? Again, this is just basic kind of slap boxing, right? So I'm inserting something, usually a jab, okay? So you can hit, good. And then circle out, right? Keep hands up, right? So come in, right? Because that jab's gonna come back. And then I'm gonna cut you off this way. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna change my timing. Alright? Now, even though I'm attacking more, you don't have to be reactive. You can still attack first, right? So you don't have to let me go first. Exactly. You don't have to wait for me. Alright? So I'm gonna attack all the way back. I'm gonna attack all the way back. I'm gonna attack here. Here, on the way back. So you're doing this thing. You're just like pop, 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 and then you back up, but you open when you go back. That's when I'm attacking. Okay? See? And I'm so close to you, right? I can touch you, so be mindful of your distance too, right? Okay. You got long arms, right? Good. Careful. Start going with a little bit of kicks as well, if you want. Good. Yeah, exactly. Okay. You just dropped your hands. I came in, you just like.
You know, it's the front side of the low kick.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, God, I was so close to you that even a kick, it's hard to kick up to your head at this range. Usually kicks that come low at this range. Some people can, but usually head kicks are longer range normally. Alright? Good. So that's something I would do a lot is if you kick this leg, I'm gonna move it and then I'm gonna kick you on your recovery as your kick is coming back to you. That's what I'm going to attack. Just like you're punching, right? When your hand is coming back, that's what I'm going to hit. Okay. Good. There you go. You should have hit sooner, but that was very good. Okay, good. Yeah, good, good, good. Once you come in, go hit. Yeah, good. Yep, good. Hands up, good. Hands up. And you can touch, if you want to touch the face, it's fine. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going really high or trying to put the eyes. Careful with your fingers. Because you're tricky, right? You may hit me, but then the other guy's hitting me too, right? Good. Okay. One second. There we go. Good. One, kick. Hands up. Hands up. Okay. Hands up. Good. Good. You got long arms, man. Alright, so you can move that, you can track that if you want. Move the hand. Alright. Hands up. A lot of times I'm gonna go for a body kick when you punch. Because when you punch, this is over. Just be aware of that. There you go, working that footwork. This is a good drill to train for, because you're not worried about like taking heavy shots, getting hit really hard, right? It's just play. Good. Good, that was good. If you were stronger in the trap, that would have worked. Yep.
So whenever I try to do anything, I forget everything else.
It's okay.
It's like I do this and I forget his hands. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, keep the hand up. You want to align your hands to mine, right? So, if your hands are up, right, I like to line my hands up so that they're on the outside of yours. In other words, I'll never line my hands up where I'm here. Or if I just walk them forward, I'm on the inside, right? You're always strong on the outside. So, usually I'm always trying to line my hands up where I can check this way or I can check this way if I need to and hit or whatever it is. It's easier to deal with. So, you can line up how you need to, but that's not what I do. Right? If I'm on the inside, then I know you're coming, this is the only line of attack you have, is over top. So, I'm already prepared to circle or rotate into something else. Right? So I'm already ready for that. Right? So that's going to come every time. And it's either going to come high or it's going to come low. Right? Okay? Or it's going to come as a kick. Okay? Typically. Or as a kick. Okay? So this one's good. Like you're coming with the lead leg. You're doing like a roundhouse or a hook kick. Is that right?
I'm just trying to fake.
Oh, you're just trying to fake. Oh, okay, gotcha. So as you fake, you gotta, come in closer, right? Maybe to stay in range, right? There's something to think about, right? Because this kick is longer, right? This kick, I can't reach you. Stay right there. I can't reach you unless I move. This kick, I can reach you.
Okay, yeah.
So just know that. Once I see you move, I know you're doing something. Whereas here, I can just look at you and still be able to touch you, right? Look in your face, right? So anyway, those are harder to read. That's why this comes out a lot. Okay? And this is more just stopping, right? Just checking. Just checking. Okay? You're too close. Careful there. Okay, it's okay. Good. Good, yeah, that was a good hit. If you extend it, that would hit. Okay, extend. Yeah. And then think about a follow-up. Nice. But see, that's the thing with trapping is you gotta move that hand. And if you don't move the hand, you can do something. You just gotta go with the energy. That energy, you did this energy, maybe you should have pulled instead. So it's hard to tell, right, in the moment. And we'll transition to something else. Let's go ahead and transition to striking with boxing. Okay. And we'll review what we did last week, or last week I guess it was, Friday. Right, so you're in your stance, nice, solid, strong stance, okay? Yeah, so when you're in close, your hands are nice and high. Again, you have more of your weight on that rear foot. This, again, comes from that kind of Wing Chun background. If you can, you got to heel up in the back, right? You can blade your stance a little bit. So keep your hands up, first of all. Blade your stance a little bit, and then make sure your chin's tucked and you're looking at your opponent, right? Good. And the elbows are in, okay? So this is important to kind of understand this stance here. Yeah, go ahead, there you go. So sit in your weight and pull on the lead leg a little bit. Change your weight, okay? So from here, you should be able to press off of your forward. Yeah, but I don't want you to necessarily step and slap. I want you to be nice and solid when you step, right? So when I step, I'm rooted and planted, because that allows you to push off, yeah. Right, right. So in other words, so press against me, because if you can press against, that's why I want you to push me so much last time, is because if you can push me, then you can punch me, okay? If you can't push your opponent back, then trying to punch them back is hard, because, you know, if you can push them, then you can punch them, basically, right? So I want you to work on that, just pushing me back, right? So I'm here, and you're just pushing from the legs, yeah, from the legs. The rear foot, exactly. Exactly. Yep, that's the idea, right? Did you ever do this in Wing Chun, like Chi Sao? Some lineages do that. They do Chi Sao where they push from that back. Some.
Oh, you're pushing the instructor.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes they'll do that. But that's how I want you to do the punch. All right, so you're back in your stance. Okay, back to your stance. Hands up. So having that solid stance is important. Hands up, yeah, because I'm coming here, right? Okay? So go ahead and check this jab. Yeah, there you go. Check it. You gotta check it. That's gonna hit you, okay? Check it, yeah. Alright? Yeah, see, I want you to be able to check it without moving back. Good. Good. I'm gonna be out of range. You see this? I'm not reaching you, right? This is where I'm gonna be. So you don't have to worry about getting hit, okay? But your hand right now is slapping back. Right? So this is more like from that Wing Chun concept here. So here you're gonna do that same thing here. Yeah, you're gonna rotate when you're checking, right? Yeah, rotate, but make that stronger. I shouldn't be able to push you.
Right, back heel still up?
Yeah, you can drop your heel. Yeah, you can drop your heel, right? Connect your elbow to that hip, right? Yeah, make that strong. I shouldn't be able, so I'm gonna leave that there, see if I can push you back, right? Good, yeah, make it strong, okay? So here, what I want you to do is start rotating from that hip. Exactly, almost like you're punching. Okay, right. So if I should be able to use body weight. I'm gonna use body weight. So I'm gonna leave this foot up and just come here with body weight. You should be able to hold me up, right? Okay, does that make sense? So like when you give me a punch, so with this hand, right? This hand here, right? So I'm checking right here, right? And you push into me, right? So this is good. This is where I want to be at, where I'm not moving, right? And then I want to be able to come into you. So that's the idea, is to connect these things together. Okay? So when I punch, yeah, so this is flimsy, okay? As soon as I feel that, I make contact, it's like jello, right? So you need something, yeah, there we go. Keep it solid, firm stance. And then keep that hand up, okay, good. Yeah, and then you want to feel like almost like you're rotating into it, right? That's the idea, good. And keep your elbow down, keep the elbow down. Yeah, there you go, that's much better, okay? That's gonna be stronger, right? So that's how, if you're gonna catch a punch, that's catching, okay? Especially for smaller guys, you gotta put the rest of your body into it. If you're a bigger guy, a lot of times you can check it, catch it right here. Smaller guys, you gotta add a little bit more of your hip into it, right? So if I punch, good, you check, keep the other hand up, keep your balance, good, right? That's stronger, that's firm, exactly. I know it's like you're giving my punch a high five, and I realize this punch is not reaching you, it's not in your range, that's fine. This is just for training purposes, okay? That's what I was looking for. Don't swat, all right? So you gotta be able to know, oh, I need to stop. I need to stop. Don't let that go too far. Sometimes they're gonna feint you, and they're gonna come for that hook, right? All right? So basic stuff. Okay, get back to your boxing stance. All right, good. So you're here, and so then when I throw that punch, yeah, you're gonna rotate into it, right? Good, all right? That's good. So keep your hands back up, okay? Now what I want you to do is just follow me, okay? So I'm gonna be moving around a little bit. I just want you to follow me in your structure, in your stance, okay? It's like a mirror, right? Sometimes I'm coming forward, you'll go back. Sometimes I go to the side, but I'm gonna move in any direction I want, okay? I want you to keep a nice solid stance, all right? Make sense? Okay. So I'm gonna move here, all right? Good. I'm gonna move here. Good. Good. Okay, good. So now what I want you to do, as I'm moving, instead of just coming back to a neutral position where we're toe-to-toe, I want you to try to come to a more advantageous position, right? Because when I move, I'm trying to get an advantage on you, right? I'm not just moving because I just want to move. I'm trying to get to a better position where I can maybe attack on the outside line, or maybe it's the outside of this line. Remember, it's all about getting to the outside of the lead hand or the outside of the rear hand. That's harder to get to the outside of the rear hand, but that's the idea, okay? So if I move this way, right? Yeah, exactly. You want to go this way, okay? Let's do that again. Reset. Okay, careful how you reset. Don't just keep it too close. So if I move this way for some reason, yeah, so you get a little bit off balance, right? So when you move towards your rear side, which that's your rear side, your rear leg, there's many ways to do that. So if I'm moving towards my rear side, for example, I'm going to show you two ways to do it, right? One way is this. Your hands are up, your hands are up. It bothers me when your hands are down, okay? One way I'm going to do it, I'm going to step, 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 pivot, and I'll come here. Notice that's just 2 steps, right? You want to take as few steps as possible. You don't want to be down here, you know what I mean? So take as few steps as possible. So you're ready to go. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is, instead of stepping with the front foot, I'm going to step with the back foot. And that puts me here. Still 2 steps, right? This is back foot, and I rotate. That puts me in the opposite lead. Now I'm orthodox. Southpaw, orthodox, right? And you can do what you need from there. That's just 2 options. There's more, but I want you to work those 2, right? So if I step this way over for some reason, pick one of those 2 to do. You remember them? Almost. So, almost. Hang on, come back, right? So you're here. So this foot is going to step out this way at that angle. You're going to come closer. Yeah, there you go. See, that's where you're at now. You're at that angle to me. Okay? So go ahead and come back. Right? So even if I step here, you're going to bring that foot outside of my lead foot. Yep, and then circle that foot over, rotate. Yeah, there you go. So now you're at this angle to me. Does that make sense? Now this forces me now to adjust. While I'm adjusting, that's when you want to hit. Most of the time, I am striking. There's an old adage that says hit when your opponent moves and move when your opponent hits. Right? So I like to hit while my opponent's moving. And that's typically what I'm going to do. Right? So if you can catch them before they get set, before they plant their feet, then that's good. Right? You're more likely to land your punches in that form of fashion. So your goal as a fighter is to always force your opponent to move their feet. Okay. Right? I don't want to fight you toe to toe, you know, and just trade punches with you and see who goes down first. I want to force you to move your feet so that way you're less likely to be able to land any power shots, because you can't land power shots until your feet are set. So that's this footwork game that we're playing, right? So same thing. I'm going to step out to the side, boom. And then you adjust however you want, right? Exactly. Yep. So that's the same thing. Okay, come back. You go a little bit faster, right? Right? Yeah, exactly. Okay. So now what hand movement can you add with this, right? Let's say we're doing this and I'm stepping in with an attack. Yeah, exactly. See that? Now look at the angle that you're at. Yeah. And you got a check on this arm, okay, which is perfect. So now you know where this hand is. And it's harder for me to punch you this way. Okay. So that's just a thought process. Now we do the same thing on the other way, right? So this time I'm going to step this way to you, and then you're going to step to that outside line. Well, you can step to the outside line. You can meet me here, right? If I step this way to you, you can meet me over here, or you can just step the way you just did. Okay? So if I step here and here, this is where I want to be. I want to be on the outside of that line. You're not going to let me do that. So what are you going to do? I want you to use that same footwork. Look. You're going to take that same leg outside of my foot. Yeah. Right? And now you just hit the outside line. Right? So again, it's always easier to get to the outside of your opponent's front hand than it is the outside of their rear hand. It's possible, but it's much harder to do. That's why they tell you in boxing that you don't want to step towards their rear side because you're stepping in towards their rear power shot. That's true, but if you can get on the outside of that, then you're a lot safer. Okay. All right, so we're gonna work that same one again. Okay. So again, I step here, boom. Yeah, exactly. And you just step over. Okay. Good. All right. So again, now with this one's a little bit different, right? In the sense that when you step, I'm gonna do the same thing I just did to you. When you step to the outside, go ahead and step to the outside. Just come to this outside of me. It doesn't matter how you do it, right? Here. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. So I want you to step with your come back. Okay? I want you to do the same thing I did, because I'm going to demonstrate for you. Take this foot and step it to the outside of my foot. Good. And circle this foot over. Yeah, exactly. Okay? So when I come here, so now I'm in a bad position, right? You got my outside line. Instead of taking this foot previously, we took this foot at 45, and we rotated this way. Stay right there. This time, this foot's coming a little bit closer here, right? It's almost like I'm walking, right? So one, I can hit when I do this. I need to, right? But I'm here. And I like to use this hand to check or push away, right? So I'm stepping here, maybe I can hit. I'm keeping good distance between my feet, but then I'm gonna rotate this out so I can go for the kick, I can go for the punches, strikes, whatever I need to. But I always like to check this hand. So even when I do this, even if I'm not hitting, notice when I hit, I still wanna check this hand as I circle out. Even if I'm not hitting, maybe I'm going here. I'm going here because I want to create a attachment, connection here, right? And then I can do the same thing. Because I just want to keep it in place. I don't want to do this and worry about a punch, okay? So I'm going to check the hand as I do this, right? And then follow the shot. So just so you know the thought process, all right? So same thing, I'm going to step this way on you here, boom. And you're going to take that step like we talked about here, here. Check those arms, okay? Check my arms so you're not running into anything, right? Because when I take this initial step, I'm not just stepping just for my own convenience. I'm stepping because I want to hit you, right? So when I step here, I'm trying to go for something here. So that's where you want to slide that foot out and check my arms and come to that angle. Perfect, right? So when we're doing this, they call it kendeka. When we're doing this slap boxing, and we're working the footwork, there's a lot of footwork involved, that's what you want to do. You want to try to move to the outside angle. If I move on you, you want to kind of get to a better angle. It's not just about matching me or coming back toe to toe. You want to get to a better position. All right, so let's work on punching. Like I said, we're going to do. All right, so we're going to go back. Hands up, boxing stance, hands up. Okay, so we're going to work on that. Number 2 punch. Good, bring your hand back quicker. All right, so that's coming, okay? Just like when you catch a punch, this needs to be solid, right? This needs to be solid, so I shouldn't be able to push you over. Okay, right? This is just a focus move. It's not even a real punch, right? Good. There you go. Same thing on this side. Same thing on this side. All right. Good. There you go. All right. So number 2. Okay. Number 2. 2. There's the rotation. Yeah. Looking at it. I'm like, wait a minute. Something's different. Okay. All right. Good. Let's work that initiation speed. So remember, I talked to you about not being a statue, right? So you don't want to just be a statue going from a static position to a punch and then back static. You always want to have some natural movement. Even, moving the feet, shifting your weight, right? Moving the head and then go. An object in motion stays in motion, right? Unless there's something to stop it. You'll always be faster from a state of motion than a state of stagnation. There you go. Good. So I'm gonna feed your pad, okay? I'm gonna feed your pad. Change the time, good. Keep it, yep. So now I want you to punch and leave it out. You're gonna punch and then leave the punch out. Punch out, good. Stay right there, okay? Right, so again, you want more rotation. Excellent. And then full extension. So again, you got shorter arms, so I want you to have nice long arms. So keep your hands up for a sec. Good. Keep your hands up. Good. This is solid. Chin is tucked. Shoulders raised. This is nice and tight as well. Good. Your hips are all the way rotated. Now, what you can do, what I like to do, stay right there. Hands up. Okay. Is I like to shift more weight forward. So send the hips forward. Yeah, a little bit. You don't want the knee past your ankle so much, right? But you do want to sit the weight forward on that lead leg. Because you're sending your weight into the punch.
So you're dropping your weight?
You are. Yeah, you're dropping your weight to the punch. In other words, you don't want to just punch and just right here. Like this is a karate style punch, right? I'm not shifting my weight at all. I'm rotating. Looks like a cross or a rear straight, right? But I'm not going forward. I'm dropping the weight, dropping the weight, dropping the weight. That's where I want you to do. Drop the weight. We call it sitting on your punches. So you want to sit on your punch a little bit, okay? So make sure you got a good distance between your feet. To be able to do that, your knees are bent and you're rooted in your stance, okay? Good. Bring your hand back quicker. Right, so that's gonna come, right? Okay. Sorry, feed you. Okay. Rotate. There we go. Drop your weight. rotate, drop it, good. Keeping that natural movement. All right, now we're gonna work on the number 3 punch, and then we're gonna add in a sequence, right? 1, 2, 3, 2. All right, so number 3 is gonna be your hook punch. Any questions on the hook punch? So again, you're doing that kind of heel toe sway. You drop back, kickstand, rotate, drop and rotate. All right. Good. Good. Keep that hand up. For some reason, when you do this, you're dropping this hand like this. This hand's dropping under the chin. So keep that hand up nice and high. Okay. Good. Still rotate. Exhale on the punch. Yeah. So now for this, for your hands, I want your hands to be a little bit more relaxed. You've got them very much pointed and very straight here. So when you take impact here, that's going to give. And that's going to smash into your face a little bit. So keep them a little bit more relaxed. And I really want your palms more so pressed again. If you're going to press any part of your hand against the face, it should be the palms, because the palms aren't going to give the way the fingers will. The fingers are going to give, they're going to collapse in, right? So I want you to press either the soft part of the knuckles up here with the palms, if I'm going to be here. So even if I take impact, my palm is pressing into my face, not a big deal. But if my fingers are here, and I've got this much gap between my palm and my cheek, this is not going to feel good, okay? Because this gap is going to close when you take a punch. So I want to shrink that gap between my palm and my cheek, when I'm throwing a punch, okay? Because again, like I say, that gap is going to close, and the bigger the gap, the more that's not going to feel too pleasant, right? So you can relax the hands and press more of the palms out, okay? Good.
Makes it easier to make from a punch.
Okay, good, yeah. It should be a little easier. Just something, you're not the only one that does that. Folks do that. Yeah, use the legs, use the hips, drop the body from that lead foot. And drop the weight. So now what we're going to do is add footwork to our strikes, right? I think we did this a little bit last week on Friday, but I need you to be able to add footwork to it. I think we did it with the rear punch, the cross, last time. I can't remember if we did it with the lead punch or not. But we're going to do this with the lead punch this time. So now we're going to work on the hook punch still, but this time we're going to do that initial step. Remember you worked on this step and pivot, right? We're going to do that same kind of thing, but now when we take a step, we're going to throw that hook with it. You can pivot if you want, but you don't really, you would pivot in real reality, but right now we're just working here with the hook. So we're still doing that rotation, that push pivot, right? But now we're adding that extra element to it. We're now doing a push pivot and stepping with it, right? Stepping. So now my body weight is transferring past the center, right, which is the target. The center is the target. My body weight shifting beyond that, right? So I'm hitting through the target, more so through the target. So there's a little bit more extra element to it, but this is going to help you in general with your mechanic of the hook punch. Okay? So you're still in your stance, and again, we're going to take that lead step, rear step, it's going to cut at that 45-degree angle as you throw the punch. Okay, go slow the first few, okay? Yeah, exactly. You get good rotation, perfect, okay? Good. Good. Yep, perfect. Good. You got a little bit of a telegraph. You are kind of winding up a little bit before you go. Okay, a little bit of a telegraph. Okay, gotta go. So the going is just that push off and that front foot. Yeah. Keep your natural movement as well. That will help you eliminate the telegraph. Good. Yep, and bring your hand back quicker. There you go. Good. Yep. So your punch is landing right before the foot. Right? Punch will land in the foot. Perfect. Change your rhythm. Keep the timing. Good. So now we're going to do the same thing, but now we're going to do it from movement, right? So now you're going to be moving around, and this time you can do that hook or any version of the hook you want, of the lead hook. But we're gonna do it now as if you're sparring, as if you're fighting. You're not just in a static position. Now I want you to be able to do it while you're moving. Oh, here it is, boom, I'm gonna go forward, okay? Stuff like that, right? So we're moving, I'm gonna go slow. I'm moving slow, you're still following me. You don't have to really bounce when you follow me, but just keep some natural movement, hands are up, right? Throwing stuff at you, attacking it, right? Then the hook comes. Yeah. So this is reality, right? In the sense that you gotta be able to punch at any point. You may not be set. Your feet may be, maybe you're like, oh, I gotta be able to punch from here, right? So you shouldn't be there anyway in that spot, but you never know where you're gonna be, where you need to be able to strike. Good. Good. Not bad. Yeah, there you go. Fix your stance. Remember, try to get to an advantageous position, okay? Don't just necessarily stay toe to toe, and don't cross your feet. Don't let your feet get too close together. Good. All right. Good. So I'm going to circle this way on you. All right, good. There's a shot. Go this way. There's a shot. Okay. That's why you want to take as few steps as possible. Okay. You take 2 of these steps, then it takes you longer to get to where you need to be to get a punch. This guy's taller than me. He grew taller. Okay, he grew taller. He morphed into his final form. Okay, take more rotation. More rotation here. There we go. Good. Relax. Grab some water if you need it. All right. But that's more realistic in terms of how you're actually going to use this. Is while you're moving. Right. I need you to keep an eye on time. There's not a clock in here, so I don't know really, if you don't mind. Yeah, that clock, and the timer over there is off, so. This next one, we're going to go in the other direction now. 6:48. Okay, good. Got plenty of time. All right, so this next one is going to be a little different. Typically, when I said this last week, when I teach you guys how to punch or kick or whatever it is, I'm typically starting you off in 4 directions, right? You're gonna go left, which we just did. You gotta be able to punch going forward, punch going back, punch going to your right, okay? So now we're gonna work on punching going forward this time. So now you're gonna close the gap with a push off, right? So you're gonna push off that front foot, boom, and come with the hook. Now there's a couple ways to do this. Typically for me, as you stay right there, I'm gonna push off that rear leg, right? This is the accelerator, this is the brake. I'm gonna let off the brake, and release, and the accelerator is going to go, right? So when I come here, when I land, I'm already landing in this rotated position, right? Meaning that I'm going to push off, boom. So my foot and body will rotate in the air in a way, okay? Boom, so I'm already here. I don't want to do here and then here, right? That's 1 and 2. I don't want to go 1, 2. That's too slow. I want to go 1, right? 1 motion instead of 1 and 2 motions. So you're going to push and rotate at the same time. Push off and rotate at the same time. You can make this short or you can make it long. It just depends on how much distance you cover in your step, right? So we'll try this a few times. Okay. All right, good. Reset. Make sure you land with both feet. Now you've got more of a, almost like a cat stance going on, where you're doing this, and it's not really always bad, honestly. You're doing it here, where this heel is up. See if you can do it the opposite, where this heel is up. Okay, it's weird, right? But this, and both are good, okay? Both are good. But this is the classic hook, is right here where this heel is up with the rotation. Can you do a hook punch from here? Yeah, of course. You can rotate this foot too. Now you can still do a hook punch. But for the drill, we're gonna do the front foot hook punch.
I watched you did it right the first time. I still did it the wrong way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it comes from the Wing Chun you've done. Which is is okay. There you go. Good. Yeah, yeah. Let's hit on that front foot. Yep. Good. Try to come more forward. You're doing good. You're going at an angle. An angle is not bad. We're gonna do a different one going to the angle. Why don't you come more forward? Good. There you go. Yeah, and when you do this, you have a little bit of a tendency to extend the shoulder and the elbow. So you want to make sure that you're not extending this. Because if you miss, it takes you longer to come back to your original position. My hand's too far away from my face. So I really just want to come here and stop. If I go too far, and if I keep going, then yeah, I'm way over here. I'm going to be very open. And if I happen to miss the punch, maybe I exposed my back. Maybe he did a bob and weave, he's underneath me, he's shooting for my legs. Anything could have happened, right? So just try to just boom, stop right here and come back, or pivot, come back. You know, just reset in some way, okay? Good. Next one. There you go, good. Good rotation. Don't move that hand from your face if you can. There you go. Good. And look forward. Even though you're hitting the target, don't look sideways. Yeah, exactly. Don't look sideways. Excellent. Okay, good. Go ahead and relax on that. All right. So now we're gonna do the same thing. How you put the gloves on, and we're gonna do this against me, because I want you to see something with this aspect of it. Because we're trying to move away from concept into application, right? Move from theory to application. So it's good hitting the pad and getting the idea of what it should be like, but I want you to also get in a sense of alignment in relation to your opponent. All right. So you're gonna do the same thing against me, just so you get used to hitting towards an actual target as well. Okay. All right, so you're gonna work this here. So you're gonna just do that same hook against me, right? I'm gonna block, hopefully, and then you're gonna go ahead and push in and throw the hook. Good. Throw the hook just throw it to the head for now, okay? Yeah, good. There you go. Good. All right, so you notice the difference, right, in where your hand is. So then that's what I want you to do. Now, when you're doing it, you're not here. You're here, right? You notice you change because you're moving your hand in relation to my arms. And that's what I want you to do, okay? So do the same thing. Keep doing it. Boom. Good. All right. Boom. Now, when you're here, what are you going to follow up with? What would you follow up with? Okay. Maybe I just block this. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Okay. I want you to do that. Okay. Go ahead. Reset. Go ahead. Boom. Boom. Good. All right. Then we do the same thing and moving. Okay. Same sequence, right? I'm just blocking. I'm just defending. Okay. Good. Okay. You can up if you want. Okay. Good. Don't drop the hands. That's where you get caught. Remember? Bring your hands back high. Hands back high. Good. So a lot of times when I'm punching on somebody, I don't want to say I'm reluctant to bring my hands back, but, so when I punch, right, let's say I'm doing that same sequence, your hands are up. If I'm doing that same sequence, I come in here, I hit here, I'm going to keep my hand here, it's a trap, right? I'm going to either hold this so I can punch somewhere else, I can punch somewhere else, I can move you, maybe I can pull this, right? Maybe I can push this. A lot of times I'm very reluctant to just, because I just gained ground, right? I just took all this space from you, right? I got control over here to some degree. So I like to be here so I can hit, and then I'm gonna move at this angle. So I say all that to say this. When you throw this, and if you're gonna do a combination, here, use that to do your combination. You don't have to bring this back to throw your uppercut, right? Use this to throw your combination, right? To keep that in check. Go for this shot. Yeah, use that, okay? You let it go, and that's gonna go forward, right? Use that. Hold on to that, so push into that arm, right? Don't let me be able to let my arm go, okay? Boom. Right, yeah. Good. Boom. Because even if my arm lets go, let's say you throw that hook, right? Even if this, oh, I see it opening, I'm gonna go punch him. Don't chase. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Yes, right? You're gonna hit me. That hand's right in my face, right? So, you know, so that's the other aspect of it too, right? Is that even if I block this and you boom and I'm trying to hit, you are already there. You're closer. Your hand's closer than my hand is to you. So your punch will get there sooner, okay? So just keep that in mind, all right? Same sequence. Boom, and you got your uppercut if you want, okay? Don't move the hand away, okay? If you can, right? If anything, I'm like pushing into you, right? So I might do this, boom, and I'm like, as I go for the uppercut, right? So I might like try to push or press or push or pull, you know, choose a direction. You're gonna push up, pull down, push across, just choose a direction that makes sense, and keep hitting them, okay? All right? Cool. All right, so this is easier, especially if I do the step out here, right? When we did this, because my weight's already going this way. It's easier to push the guy, right? So this is easier, okay? But I am worried about this hand. So even if I go for the uppercut here, I might not do that, okay? I'm just going to go for the uppercut, but I'm not going to keep going this way. Once I throw this initial step here, I'm actually going to step the other way over, okay, to get to that outside. This is an example of, I mentioned, getting to the outside of his rear hand, right? So I'm going to come here, and then I'm going to come here, and this might be a shot to the body or the shoulder, okay? Again, this is all very hypothetical, but generally, that's what you most likely want to do. All right, so keep going. So push in a direction. Go ahead and push or pull. Yeah, anyway, just pick one. Yeah, and then hit again. Right? Yeah, hit again. Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely, that's perfect. Okay? Yeah, so what you did was here, you pull down and you hit again. That's perfect. Okay? No issues with that. Okay? Keep going. Just choose anything, any direction you want. Yep, good. And then what you're going to hit with. Exactly. Beautiful. Okay? So try doing similar sequences, but a little bit faster. Right? Yeah, good. Yeah, you know, just have it for you to try to hold on to that. Yes, beautiful. Okay. Yeah, okay, not bad. Yep, good. Now, as you do this, what I want you to do, the other reason what we push is you need to move your head off the line of attack, right? So if your hands are up, right, and let's say I just did what you just did, and I came here, right, and I went for the uppercut, my head is still in line of the attack of your two tools here. If I can move you this way, now my head is not. So I have two options. I can move my head, which is the target, or I can move the weapons, which are your arms or your body. And so sometimes you're gonna be both, right? Sometimes I'm gonna push as I step. I'm moving myself and I'm moving you. Other times I might just move you. Other times the guy's bigger than you, you can't move him, so you're just gonna move yourself. And maybe you step off the line or you step off the line, okay? But consider once you do this, especially when you start trapping and pushing, move your head, okay? So it's not a target for you. All right, keep going. Good, move your head. So this hand might go, okay? Just understand that. Yeah, beautiful, keep going, yeah, good. Boom, yeah, press more, I'm gonna hit you here, okay? Yeah, press more, I need you to press more on that. Yeah, push, actually, either push or pull. You gotta control this arm. Yeah, you gotta control this arm, okay? Yeah, there you go. That's beautiful. And then you hit again, okay? That's what you want. You want to get them to make that step, okay? Yeah, if you can do it off the first shot, that's even better. Without having, if you can just do it off like that haymaker and force them, even if they defend it, force them to take that step, that's beautiful. Now they're not in a really good position to counter, you know, because they're over here. And so that's when you get, it's your turn again, right? You get to go again, okay? That's kind of what you want, all right? Keep going. Okay, boom, that's beautiful, okay? Yep. You're good. Boom. Good. Yeah. So you can step out to this angle too. That's fine. Yep. Boom. Oh, that way. Yeah. Exactly. See. Good. Okay. All right. So we'll finish up with just light sparring like we did last time. You can try these same techniques. You can try different techniques. You can do kicks, whatever feels good for you. Okay. But yeah, just give it a go, wherever you want to do. All right. Is there anything specific you want to work on that you want me to feed you? Okay, no worries, that's fine. We'll figure it out as we go, okay? So you're gonna do the same thing, or you're just gonna attack whatever you want to do, okay? Good, good. Punch, kick, whatever you want, whatever you feel like.
Well, no, I mean, you work more on movement.
Yep.
So anything that would, I guess, help you figure out what, body weight.
So my main thing, yeah, the best way to work on movement, yeah, it depends on movement, right? So you got defense against straight line attacks, and you got defense against curve line attacks, right? Against straight line attacks, you're moving lateral, right? Left, right, slipping in different directions. Against circular attacks or curve line attacks, that's where you're using more of your bomb and weave kind of motions, okay? So I like to start off feeding you straight line attacks to force you to go lateral, left or right, okay? So I'm just gonna do straight line attacks. I'm not gonna do any curve line attacks right now, and we'll add those later so you can work on bottom and weave specifically, all right? So I'm gonna feed you these, but you don't have to wait for them, you can just attack and do whatever you want, right? Okay, good. Actually, make contact, go ahead and hit. That's the only way you know if it works, okay? Okay. Don't leave it there unless you're gonna push, like we talked about. Remember, that's you always get caught when you're way out. That's why you gotta push. Go ahead and angle if you want, okay? All right, boom, yeah, and then, yeah, there you go, okay? You're good. Okay, good. Good. You can do one more punch if you like, okay? Good. All right. Okay, put your hands up so I can slide right in, okay? Slide right in carefully with that, okay? There's more of an up punch, up jab, okay? It's like uppercut, just come straight in the middle. It's still going on a straight line. It's curving up, but it's still on center, okay? It's not cutting in. Good, follow up, move, good. Guys who are really fighting, they're doing this, right? They're just trying to bombard you. So you gotta be ready for that. You gotta be ready for that. It's just gonna bomb rush, right? It's just gonna bomb rush, especially as you go backwards. Okay, so that's why you need to circle. Yeah, and when you circle, you don't have to be huge, like, leaping motions. You can just slide, sweep, right? Sweep. Sweep. Yeah, there you go. Good. I'm trying to get the outside. You should be trying to get the outside of my arm too, okay? Good. Follow up. Okay. So now what I want you to do is work that same bum rush principle, right? Yeah, I think they bum rush something like this guy here. Work that bum rush principle. I want you to move forward on me. Okay? I'm just gonna block. So just keep going. Attack. Good attack. Keep going. Yep, don't forget to defend when you can. Good, keep going. All right. Good, keep going. Good, keep going. Yes, beautiful. This is good. This is perfect. Good job. I was waiting for you to burn out. Your cardio's getting better.
I don't know.
Yeah?
Maybe I wanted to do this.
I love it. Good work, man.